Hello folks, back as your friendly neighborhood writing instructor to give you kind of an overview of the course, how things will play out over the course of the semester. I'm going to start here at the Desire to Learn homepage, where you log in here, you'll find some news items, your My Courses, click on our course. Will take you to our course homepage, obviously. This is where, under the news heading, that's where I will be placing announcements. You'll find updates here, the calendar here, and you can set some tasks for yourself. But to access the main content of the page, you'll come up and click on Content. It will open up to, the first time probably, the Overview page, where you can find my instructor profile. You can place some bookmarks here. If you bookmark any pages, this is where you can find them. Upcoming events, you'll find the calendar under this tab, so you can look and see what's on the horizon today, tomorrow, the next 7 days, etc., etc. Kind of a cool little function there. And then we have the table of contents, which obviously gives you the outline of all of the contents in the course. So we have general course resources, things like that, which include Welcome to Fdeng 101 or syllabus, schedule, questions discussion board, which I will also be placing in each lesson folder or lesson tab, and also major project guidelines. You'll want to keep that one maybe bookmarked, and some grammar help. Lots of interesting little items in here to help you out with grammar throughout the semester. So you might want to bookmark some of these pages so you can refer to them quickly and easily. So we have the course resources, the introduction, lesson 1, lesson 2, all the way up to lesson 13, the conclusion lesson. Now, before I get into the layout of each lesson, I wanted to give you kind of an overview of the layout of the course. It's broken up into 4 main units. Now, the first one is titled Thinking About Thinking. Now, we begin inside the head. We're thinking about the critical thinking process of what it means to reason, to think, to write. And so we'll be talking about discussing those things, especially from a Latter-day Saint perspective. And your major assignment for this unit is a definition essay, and the definition you'll be providing is, what is education, or what does it mean to you to be educated? So you'll be writing an essay on that within the first couple of weeks. So that's where we begin the course, is with thinking about thinking. We begin inside our own heads, and then we move outward to Unit 2, to thinking about the self, about the beliefs and ideas, the things that make you who you are, that form your identity. The major assignment for the Thinking About the Self unit is a This I Believe essay / podcast. Now, you'll write the essay first, you'll ground your belief, you'll choose a belief, you'll make a statement of that belief, and you'll ground that in some specific experiences from your life in the essay, and then you'll record that using some simple podcast or screencast recording software. I always think that's a fun assignment, but that's coming up in future weeks. We'll talk more about that as we progress. So again, we begin inside the head, then we move outward to thinking about the self, and then into thinking about the other. Now, this is an important move because we need to move outside of ourselves, from inside of our heads and to thinking about our identities and our beliefs, to thinking about the identities and beliefs of other people. This is especially important, I think, from a Latter-day Saint perspective, because this is what God does. He is outward focused, looking at the lives of other people, trying to feel into their experiences. Essentially, that's what the atonement was. It was as an experience of the otherness of other people. He took all of that upon himself so that he could develop empathy. And that's an important move that we'll be making in this class, from thinking about thinking, to thinking about the self, to thinking about others, to thinking about the other, and how we can experience more of their lives and be less judgmental and more useful people in the world, really. Your major assignment for this unit will be a profile essay, that you will approach someone who is other than you, who has a different perspective on life, who has had far different experiences, and then you will interview them and you'll write a profile of this person. And we'll get more into that again as we move forward. Now, the final course unit is thinking about society. So we move from thinking about our own heads and our thinking processes to thinking about our beliefs and identities, to thinking about other people, and then to thinking about society. Kind of an outward progression here. I think you might notice that we've moved, again, thinking about the other to thinking about society, about how we can apply our beliefs and our understanding of others to improving things in the world around us. Your major assignment for this unit will be a researched proposal, where you will propose something on a social issue, propose a solution to a social issue. Now, all of these units are intended to work together to help you gain power and influence with words, to help you become more responsible language users, so that you can move from yourselves into influencing other people and society at large with the language that you use, so that you can be a more influential, more persuasive in the undertakings that you pursue in your life. So that's kind of a general course overview of the course units, of what's coming up. Now, each unit is each lesson is broken down into a similar kind of outline. The introduction unit has some preliminaries here, some training, getting to know you kind of things. There will be a weekly introduction each week. You'll see that here. Click on that. Will tell you what's on the docket for the week. And then there is always a prepare document. So we're based around the BYU Idaho learning model, which is prepare, teach one another, and ponder and prove. So we have the prepare here, the things that you need to do to prepare for the week. And the teach one another includes things like your lead up or sign up to lead a class discussion, the icebreaker discussion here, and then you will ponder and prove in the self-assessment for the intro week, where you'll think back on what took place during the week, what you learned from it. So each course, or each unit rather, each lesson is broken down in a similar way. So we have the introduction, and then we have the prepare items, we have the teach one another items. We'll have a weekly discussion, which you will get a chance to lead throughout the semester, and then you will also ponder and prove. You'll reflect on the things that you did for the week and then move forward, feeding the things that you've learned each week back into your work so that you can improve and progress. So that's a basic course or overview of the course. Hopefully it's helpful for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know.